Okay, Lee Cole here, and want to show you Power Mailer Pro. Now, what you're looking at right here is the members area. It's a logged in members area. As you can see, my tiny picture there, I'm logged in. And what you get with this is you get the software plus video training. Now, I'm going to go over all this video training and just sort of talk you through Power Mailer Pro or Power Mailer. And I think you'll get a really good idea of what this is, why it is, and do you need it. So Module 1, what to do now that you bought Power Mailer Pro. This is basically an overview. So this tells you how to set it up. I mean, it's a bulk emailer, and it's used for marketing. So it tells you how to set it up. Excuse me. Again, this gives you the broad overview. How installing Power Mailer, how to set it up, setting up your bulk emailing plan, and I have no idea what that is. Setting up your bulk emailing plan, creating verified Google accounts, because this works through Google. Now, I want to mention something. You might have heard recently that Google is changing, basically making it harder to use in things like SendGrid and MailJet and stuff like that. That's true, but Power Mailer, and this is what is so next generation about Power Mailer. Power Mailer runs in an entirely different way from the way those run. Basically, it essentially kind of is browser based. It's not slow. It's very, very fast. But I asked Mike Jones, the developer, well, how does it work? And he explained the whole thing to me. And I'm trying to just encapsulate that into something that's easy enough to communicate to you without a long-winded explanation. But, excuse me, bottom line, it essentially works through browser technology, which is really different from anything else. And why it is not something that Google's going to say, hey, you can't use that account with us. In our testing and use of Power Mailer, we've noticed that Google account, if you're using your Google account for bulk mailing, it's eventually going to burn out. And if you know anything about cold email marketing, you already know that. They don't last forever. The goal is for them to last longer and for the inboxing rates, open rates, et cetera, to be higher. With the way Power Mailer is constructed, the way it's programmed, your Gmail accounts are going to last quite a bit longer. Inboxing seems to be great. Click-through rates, of course, depend on what the email, what you're sending an email about, to whom you're sending it, and how you write the email. So that really has nothing to do with the mailer itself. So loading the Gmail accounts into Power Mailer. How to import mailing lists. So this is basically designed to go along with Power Scraper, another one of my friends Mike and Gloria, their tools. You can import lists from anything if you have other scrapers, and I know a lot of people looking at this video will have other scrapers available to them. You can scrape using that and import those lists into here just fine. How to manage your unsubscribed, how to set up and mail multiple campaigns. So how to make it, do multiple things at the same time. How to export your mailing lists. So why would you want to do that? I do that all the time so that I can compare them to each other, so that I can figure out who's clicking on what, et cetera, and how to add proxies. Now, this may look, again, if you're familiar with cold emailing technology, this is going to look like, yeah, I understand that, I get it, this is cool. If you're not familiar with cold emailing, this may look like it's slightly above your head. Oh my God, it's so technical. No, it's really not, because Gloria and Mike have done such a great job at breaking down the steps of using this thing that by the time you get through looking at these modules, each of which is a video, by the time you get through looking at these modules, you will be a cold emailing expert. Now, let me tell you what you're going to have when you're a cold emailing expert and you have Power Mailer at your disposal. You're going to have the ability to email hundreds and thousands of prospects. And if you know how to set up funnels and stuff like that, you will be able to take those prospects, move them onto list, interest them into whatever whatever thing you're selling, and sell them more stuff. And basically what we do with email marketing, create a tribe, create a group of people who love what you have to offer, buy from you, and want to buy more. Power Mailer is the sort of engine that runs that automobile, if you will. Now, I downloaded it to my computer and I pulled it up. It's pretty simple. If you're familiar with any autoresponders, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatever, it's very, very similar to that. It's stripped down from that. It doesn't need to do as many things as an Aweber does. But basically, you add your accounts here. Here's where your lists, and I haven't added any lists. The list would be a group of emails that you want to mail to, right? Here's where you put your lists in, and your campaigns would be a mailing, a given instance of a mailing to one of those lists. And as we just said, you can do multiple mailings at the same time. This can run on your computer. It can run on a virtual server somewhere. That's very, very inexpensive to do. If you don't have a virtual server, you can contact Mike and Gloria, and they will be happy they have a virtual server service, which is very, very inexpensive. They'll be happy to hook you up with that. Bottom line, next generation technology here. Really cool mailer. We're going to be using the daylights out of this thing in our business. It's on sale right now for a very short period of time. If you're looking at this on YouTube, click on any of the annotations, go to my blog, get the whole skinny about exactly when it's for sale, etc., etc. If you're on my blog, just read that. I'm sure there'll be a timer there somewhere, and take advantage of this while you can. Thank you so much for looking at the video. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon.